Welcome. This is C. Murray, and this is the Kingdom Hearts 2 HD Remix Critical Mode walkthrough. Now, you may be wondering why we're beginning the walkthrough at Hollow Bastion and leaving out the entire beginning with Roxas. And that's because the intro is probably the longest intro I've ever played in any game, and it's very linear. There's not too much about it. It's basically one few hour long tutorial. And this is the first time we get to actually use Sora and kickstart the game. And I feel like this is where the guidance is really needed. There's really nothing much to the intro other than just getting the hang of the techniques. And most people that play Kingdom Hearts 2 have already played Kingdom Hearts 1. And pretty much the only thing you got to get used to is waiting until Kingdom Hearts gives you the opportunity to revert your controls because of how inverted they are. At least for me, once I got them, they were just out of control. And same with Birth by Sleep, which I'm doing a critical mode walkthrough for Ventus right now. And I actually already have some of those videos posted. But I did begin recording this game first, which inspired me to take on Birth by Sleep. But right now I'm just preparing myself, building up. And I do enjoy this game. I really do. But it is different than Kingdom Hearts 1. It's more linear. It's not as hard. I did beat Kingdom Hearts 1. Here I'm purchasing a hammer staff. It's worth the money if you have it, and the adamant shield as well. It will both just benefit you. Critical mode, while this game is much easier than Kingdom Hearts 1 in my opinion, you still need to be strategic with it. It can be challenging. I've been lucky enough where I haven't had too many problems with this game. I've been doing fairly well with it. But Birth by Sleep, not that it's extremely hard. Everything is completely doable. And this right here is a Moogle, as you might know from Final Fantasy, and I hope you do. Just check in with him whenever you see him to take care of your synthesis material log. All the items you build up, you can just check with him. And he'll take them and add them to your little synthesis log, and you'll have the opportunity to do some recipes. And here's Scrooge McDuck. Not much going on here with Uncle Scrooge. And you probably can't see now, but above the store next to the Moogle, above there's a crown. I guess you would call it a crown that you can pick up. They're puzzle pieces, and they help you unlock things later. I've already finished one puzzle piece so far. I'm not sure if I'm going to wind up collecting them all on this walkthrough or not. I will keep you posted if I decide to do so. But mainly my focus of this guide is to just get you through the game on critical mode. No speedrun or anything, so I apologize if that's what you're hoping for. But this is simply a walkthrough to give you the best possible strategy to get you through the game on the hardest difficulty with a good strategy, I guess. That being said, there are main differences between this and the first Kingdom Hearts, as I started off saying earlier. This game is more linear. It's not as roam around as Kingdom Hearts 1 was, as far as I'm aware. And the treasures kind of just seem to be out in the open. You just got to run around and find them. Or Kingdom Hearts 1, they were more hidden. You could probably miss them more easily. And our first battle was Sora, I believe. So here we're defeating the Nobodies, which are these weird things that are in replace of the Heartless. Well, the Heartless are still in this game, but these are the Nobodies, and they kind of just float around, and they can be a pain. You do have to be careful. The good method, which I'm not following because now that I'm Sora and I'm dual keyblade wielding, I'm kicking ass. That's another thing. When you have one keyblade in this game, in the beginning with Roxas, it is challenging. You have to work on your... I forget what the ability's called, but it's like a parry. You do like a good rule of thumb for attacking those is like hit them 1, 2, 3, hit triangle. You'll swing around behind them, 1, 2, 3, triangle, and you just keep repeating that. But once you get to, I believe, level 3, this is the good thing about critical mode. Look at all these abilities we have and the amount of AP we have. It's a good boost. You're taking a huge hit with HP, but you're getting all these abilities and ability points in return for playing on critical mode. And I think that's worth it. I would take that. I've beat Kingdom Hearts 1 on Proud mode about 2 weeks ago. And the HP just, it doesn't, it's Proud mode, and with a certain amount of hits, you're going to die anyways. So it doesn't really matter. It's more about the abilities and your strategy in playing. HP, while it helps, it is beneficial. It's not critical. In my Birth by Sleep walkthrough, I've actually saw a player online use the strategy where he just sells all his healing items and focuses all that money to buy commands and abilities. And I'm following suit with that strategy. Not to add challenge to the games specifically, but to add a different strategy to it and challenge myself just a little bit more and figure out how to beat the game, not by being reliant, but being offensive and defensive and strategic, and not just cure-alling my way through a game, hit, heal type strategy. This will make you better at playing. And I'm not saying this works for everyone. I'm not saying you have to adapt this mindset. If you want to buy and save your potions and you feel like you'll need them, by all means do so. And in this game, I'm not going to be like hoarding off my potions, because in this game I know I'm going to be needing them. And there's a much larger reliance on command abilities in Birth by Sleep so far that I've witnessed. So we're not playing Birth by Sleep though. We are playing Kingdom Hearts 2 HD, and this is Hollow Bastion. Right now we're pretty much just treasure seeking. That was weird. I kind of like floated on the edge of that concrete wall. Here I try to get this one, but it doesn't work. I just kind of slide around. Now in Birth by Sleep, I just finished uploading a video of me playing the Castle of Dreams, which is Cinderella's castle. And I use this ability called the sliding dash, which I'm sure you're familiar with, to obtain items, get a hold of items that I wouldn't be able to reach otherwise. Or I technically would be able to reach. I just chose to do it more quickly using the sliding dash ability. And it's a bummer that I can't use it there to get those crown things. I have to use a different strategy, which I don't know of quite off the top of my head yet or remember. But I'm sure we'll come back and get it. Maybe, maybe not. As with all Kingdom Hearts games, you do tend to revisit worlds, so there is a possibility. But Hollow Bastion is pretty straightforward. It's almost like Sora's prologue. You get the prologue of Roxas, which lasts an ungodly amount of time. And then you get Sora, where it's like, okay, now we're dual keyblade wielding. Oh, I can't talk today. Now we are dual keyblade wielding. There we go. Sorry, I've recorded probably about 5 Birth by Sleep videos today, and then I realized that I need to get on top of my Kingdom Hearts 2 videos. So maybe my voice is getting a little dry. I might only do 1 or 2 more videos. That being said, we have reunited with the old Traverse Town gang, the old Yuffie and Leon, which is formerly known as Squall, and one of my favorite Final Fantasy characters from Final Fantasy VIII, one of my favorite Final Fantasy games. And we're just progressing. It's very linear. There's really not much to search around for here. I do like how much larger the levels are, and the more you can kind of traverse around them. While the pathways are more linear, you just have more interactivity with the environment in this game, which I enjoy. So What I do on the side, if you don't know, is I am a student. I go to school and I'm studying film and media arts and minoring in business. And here we're just fighting some nobodies with the old Leon, but they're going to be trying to break through this gate. And your goal is to defend the gate. So don't stray away too far from it. Make sure you don't get too overwhelmed. This can be dangerous if you're not careful, and I believe it is almost dangerous for me on this playthrough. But yeah, just hold your ground here at the gate. Keep fighting. Leon is here to help, but you can't rely on Leon. You got to take some initiative, and if you get ganged up on by these enemies, it can be a bad time. Just got to be smart, be evasive, be quick, move around, don't stay too still. If you need to get out of there so you don't get piled up, feel free to do so. Take out an enemy or two, but don't straggle too far away, because as you can see, there is the gate's HP in the top left corner. So quickly get back over, take care of business, get them away from the gate, and then return back on the defensive, or the offensive, I guess I should say. Leon's not terrible. It's much more enjoyable fighting alongside him than against him. I remember in Kingdom Hearts 1, I believe it was the Pegasus Cup, fighting against, was it him and Yuffie at the same time? I believe it was. Pain in the ass. I was under-leveled though. I pretty much played through all of Kingdom Hearts 1 under-leveled. I believe I finished the game at like level 50 something. Which might not be that under-leveled, but in the grand scheme of things, it is. But we have just gained a level, folks, level 8. And you also, instead of just gaining levels, you gain bonuses for abilities and attributes, which is kind of cool. Just adds a little more variety to the game. But we stopped them from breaking through the gate, and that is basically it for here at Hollow Bastion. There's no big final boss, there's just like a final sequence. So with that being said, that will do it for this video. And we have a long road ahead of us. And to hold you over in between videos, I am doing a Birth by Sleep critical mode walkthrough as we speak, and the videos are already live. And coming up next, we will be attending Beast Castle. And the gummy ships have gotten a whole new makeover in this game, and they're a lot more enjoyable and tolerable than the old boring one. I wasn't a huge fan of Kingdom Hearts 1 gummy ship, and I know some people are, and that's fine. But that's all for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.